Hi, Emma. Hi, Abby. It's Dad. And it is October the 14th. And came back from Las Vegas and Zion National Park, which is beautiful. I'm going to say a little dad joke to you. I heard that you can always look into the mirror before making a big decision. It helps you reflect. Or how about this one? How do one-handed people make decisions? Well, on one hand, okay, that's enough of the dad jokes for today. Again, I'm hoping that we're thinking that you'll see this in the future, 5-10 years from now. Maybe we'll reconnect at that point. But in the meantime, just want to give you a little thought or information when you do see this sometime in the future, that in life one always can make their own decisions and what they want to do and what they want to decide and what they want to believe. And that, what's it called? Sometimes people will say things and do things, and it may be the truth or not the truth, but you have to decide what you want to believe. And I think it's very, very important to look and to understand the context to everything and what is the truth. And I guess only you can decide that yourself. Now, I'll give you an example. Like, there's a big strike here at Kaiser with the nurses and the unions, and they're demanding more pay and everything, which I get it, and I understand that. And there was a big Instagram, YouTube video that they put out saying that, hey, the CEO made millions of dollars. And they said, oh, Kaiser made 13 billion last year. And then they went on to say that, oh, we didn't get our wage increase comparable to the inflation. And all those things may be true, or they are true actually, but everything has to be taken in context. So for example, when they said, oh, the CEO of Kaiser made millions of dollars, he's like, well, yeah, the CEO did make millions of dollars. But if you compare the salary of the CEO of Kaiser compared to any other CEO of any other health organization, they made like literally 20 or 30% of comparable CEOs anywhere in the healthcare organization, let alone like probably 10% of any other CEO in the US for any large corporation this size. So it's sure they made millions of dollars, but they also worked probably 80, 100 hours a week, and they made literally 20 to 30% of what the average CEO of any other healthcare organization would have made. So when they said that, okay, Kaiser made $13 billion, well, yeah, no. Number one, we're a non-for-profit company, so that 13 billion goes back into the company. So it's not really a profit, it's just a margin of safety, so we don't go bankrupt. And then 13 billion sounds like a lot of money, and it is a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but we pull in a little over $1 trillion of revenue. That margin is less than 2%. So there's no other industry in the entire country, in the world, let alone that would survive on a 2% margin of profit. And that profit goes 100% back into the company. So, okay, fine, they made 13 billion, but that went straight back into taking care of the patients. So that's a distortion of fact. And then they're saying that, oh, well, we didn't get our price of increase for inflation. Okay, well, inflation was a little higher the last couple of years, but the last time they negotiated that price of inflation was built into their salaries constantly. And on top of that, if you look at the statistics, I mean, it was published just today on the news that the average union worker and the average RN makes 16.8% higher salary than any other RN and any other like worker in the comparable field. So it's like, well, it's okay. I mean, that's fine, but you're already getting paid more, and on top of that, there's all these other things like the amount of work and how hard the work is, and the patient ratios are much more favorable for for people who work here. So they're demanding a 22% increase, which, okay, I'm not going to argue with how much they want to increase, but it's going to take effect and it's going to affect and hurt the patients and the patient care and the affordability for everybody. And it's just bad for morale. So anyway, I mean, again, people will say what they want to say, and it's not necessarily truth or not truth, but you have to look at everything in the larger context of things, and you have to think for yourself, and you have to get the underlying understanding of what the true meaning of what people say. And so I just want to leave that with you guys and say that love you guys always, and that I'm always here for you, and my love for you will never change. And that sometime in the future, perhaps you'll reconnect with me. Anyway, I'll talk to you next week. Love you, Dad.